Hello, dear students. Let us continue from the last lesson. Remember to dear chapter, which is written by Count Leo Tolstoy. And last class we stopped where and we got introduced to the beautiful place called Monaco. Then there was a murder committed by the criminal. He was caught, and then he got a punishment of death sentence. Let us continue from there. What was the hitch there? The hitch was that they did not have a guillotine machine or an executioner. Let us continue. Yeah, what is executioner? Executioner is a person who executes a man, who beheads a man. And they did not have a guillotine machine. What is guillotine machine? It is an instrument to behead a man. Look at the instrument over there. So they did not have these two. What did they plan, or that committee decided is the committee decided to write a letter to the neighboring countries. Which were the neighboring countries? The Monaco was surrounded by France and Italy. So initially the first letter was written to France. Yeah, they decided to inquire, the address an inquiry to the French government. So the France had accepted the letter and replied it in a week. So the reply was sent to the Monaco, and the reply was that they were ready to lend the executioner and the guillotine machine, but the charges were around 16,000 francs. When the king received this letter, he was disappointed. He felt that this is too much money which they are spending on the criminal. 16,000 francs. You just recall what was the population. The population was just 7,000, and this 16,000 is around twice. That is, each one had to lend around 1,000 and 2,000 francs. Yet 200 francs. Yet it was not around 16,000. So it is too much, more than 200 francs on everyone. So the king was not okay with so much of expense on the criminal. The next again a letter was written to the Italian government, and Italy, why did they write? And they expected a better response from Italian government. Is here the role of the government plays an important role. France and the French government was a republican government. What is republican government? The people would elect a representative, and the representative would have a set of ruling administrative structure, and the government would be in the hand of that representative. But it had a monarchical ruling, and the people of Monaco considered Italy as a brother monarch, because Monaco also had a monarchical ruling. What is monarchical ruling? Monarchical ruling is the heir and the successor of the king would be continuing the ruling of the kingdom. Okay, this is how the monarchical ruling continues. Any other person other than the successor of the king cannot rule the kingdom or cannot rule the government. So this is what is monarchical government. So now Monaco also had a monarchical government, and the next neighboring country was the Italy, which had a monarchical government. So they thought, that is Monaco people thought, or the king of Monaco thought, that Italy would consider, and then they would lend their helping hand. And Italy also did the same. Italy said, yes, we are ready to provide you an executioner, a guillotine machine, including all the travel expenses which would cost them to send this executioner and guillotine machine to the Monaco. But they said we would charge it to 12,000 francs. When the letter was sent to the kingdom of Monaco, the king was again not happy with the response, because it is 12,000 francs, again near to 200. Why anybody would pay 200 francs on a criminal? Why should we charge a commoner, a common citizen of Monaco, to be burdened in order to punish a criminal? So the king had to give up this thought also, this idea also. So both of the ideas of sending a letter to the neighboring countries were flop, did not work. Now the next thought was, somehow with the cheaper means or with the very less expense, they wanted to execute this man. They sent a word to the soldiers and the people of the army. Those 60 men also responded to the general that they are not ready to do that. They're ready to fight and kill a person in the warfield, but not execute a man or a criminal. That is where they are not trained to do so. So the response from the soldiers also was negative. Nobody were ready to execute a man. So what was the next step? How did they come out of this problem? So next step was they called for a council. Then they set up a committee. They set up a subcommittee also. By calling this council, committee and subcommittee, they decided, everyone had this talk, this procedure were given to everyone to come out with the solution, come out with the alternate solution to overcome this heavy expenses on the criminal. Then the council decided and came out with a solution. Actually, what was the solution is to alter the death sentence. What was the initial punishment given to him? Initial punishment was the death sentence. How was the death sentence to be conducted? By cut the head off of the criminal. But now the same council came out with the alternate solution, and that was to alter the death sentence to lifetime imprisonment. So the Monaco thought this would be the cheaper means of handling the criminal. Now the criminal had to be prisoned. Now they wanted a proper prison, and this prison, they did in the Monaco kingdom. There were no prison because Monaco was a peace-loving country. There were no proper prison in the kingdom. Now in this Monaco kingdom, there were no prison. Once they found that there were no that strong prison to have this prisoner or the criminal in the cell for lifetime, they had only one small cell in which they used to keep these people who would steal something. This Monaco had always a peace loving environment, and all the crime rate of Monaco was very less. Only small thefts would take place there, and the people who were caught stealing, they were kept in that small cell. Now only that cell was there. So now they thought that they would place this criminal in that small cell and place a guard in order to keep a watch on him. So the additional guard was being appointed there. What was the job of this guard? Guard had to go to the palace nearby, and he had to fetch food for the prisoner. This was his regular duty. His regular duty was to go to the palace kitchen and fetch the food from the palace kitchen to the prisoner. Prisoner would have his food in the cell itself. So this was the job of the guard, to keep an eye on the criminal and to fetch the food for the criminal. So in this way, entire year the criminal led a beautiful life. The criminal had no stress, no work. He just had to be in the prison, and then his food was being fetched by the guard, and he could have the food sitting in the cell itself. After a long year, the king here was checking out all the expenses and income of the country, of the kingdom. When he was checking those expenses, he found that there was an additional expense of the kingdom, and he wanted to know where did the kingdom spend that additional expense. Then he got to know that the additional expense was spent on the food and the payment of the guard, which were meant for the criminal. Now the king was disturbed again. He didn't want to spend that 600 francs on him. He just wanted to come out of that expense also. He asked the committee to again call for the meeting and call for the jury people, and then find an alternative solution wherein the 600 francs expense would not go. And the king actually didn't want the criminal in the kingdom. So somehow he wanted to escape from that burden. Then the chief was called, and finally the committee also had a discussion, and then they came out with the solution that this person, what they would do, they would just dismiss the guard. This was the solution they found. Once they dismissed the guard, they expected that the criminal would run away. But what did this criminal do? He did not run away. It was so funny to see, to observe that the next day everyone were curious after dismissing the guard. They were curious to know whether the criminal would get up in the morning and then he finds that there is no guard and he would run away. But to their surprise, what this criminal did is he got up, and as his regular routine, he finds that there is no guard. What he would do is he himself goes to the palace kitchen, take his food, and then come back and have his food in the prison there. After watching this, the committee people were horrified. They thought that he would escape, finding that there is no guard. But he did not escape. He just came back and he sat there in the cell, and he locked himself also. And finding this very surprising, they called for a meeting again. Again the committee was called, and this time even the criminal was called into the discussion there. They asked the criminal, when there was no guard, why didn't you run away? The criminal now answers them boldly, telling that no, I didn't want to run away. I am in such a situation that I cannot run away. I cannot escape. I don't want to escape. Initially, you gave the punishment of death sentence, and then you change the punishment to lifetime imprisonment. After a year, now you are asking me to go away or run away. I don't want to do that. And he gives n number of reasons, telling that I don't have a proper job, and when I go as a labeled as the murderer or a criminal, people would never give me the job, and then they would start ignoring me. They would turn their backs at me. They will never encourage me or help me out coming out of this problem, and then I will be always in despair. I cannot lead a happy life. Instead of going into the common people world and then suffering so much, I don't want to escape. Let me be alone here. This is what the criminal's response would be. And he points and highlights that he don't have any source of income which would help him in his further life. So as he says that, the committee was again called, and the only discussion there was how to support this criminal to go out and have his own job, and not that criminal is not in their kingdom also. So these were the two problems wherein they had to tackle out. Next, they tackled it and they decided and came out with another alternative plan of supporting the criminal by giving a pension. So with a pension plan they came out, and what was the pension amount was? The pension amount was 600 francs per annum. That is, the annuity was 600 francs, and initially they paid him 200 francs. That is 1/3 of his annuity this year. Now entire year he was here in the Monaco kingdom, and now they want him to escape from the kingdom. So what did they do? 1/3 of the amount they gave him, and they said that we will be paying you pension amount of 600 francs every year, and this is how we are helping you out. And as soon as he got the news that he is getting 600 francs as his pension plan, and annually every year he would be getting, he agreed to it, and the criminal happily agreed to it, and he said he will be moving. He agreed to move out of the kingdom. So next, what did he do? He took a train and moved a little distance away from the frontier, from the kingdom, and there he bought a piece of land. Okay, and in that plot of land he started market gardening. He started growing vegetables, flowers, fruits, and then this was additional source of income. To lead his life, he wanted some source of income, and the plot of land which he bought, he started growing crops and he started earning well. Then with this, he also was getting 600 francs every year. He would never forget to go and take that. He would, even after having a proper market gardening and growing and having a proper source of income, he would go to Monaco. He would definitely go back to Monaco and collect his pension money regularly every year. After collecting the money, he would go down to that gambling house, that gaming house, and play roulette enjoy his stakes, enjoy his pleasure, and he would stake little amount. Sometimes he would win, sometimes he would lose, but he was happy with what this amount he was getting. That 600 francs was totally additional because he had a very good source of income by market gardening. Yet with that he had so much 600 francs of additional income. He had a very pleasing, enjoyable and comfortable life now. So in the conclusion, or in the concluding part, I want to say that too dear, the title means very expensive or very costly. Now let you people have to tell me that who's very expensive or who's too dear to which kingdom. Of course, it is that criminal was too dear to the country or the kingdom Monaco. Why? Because every year they had to pay 600 francs. He was so lucky, this criminal no was very lucky, because if he had committed the same crime in any other country, he would get executed. Imagine this criminal committing the same crime in France, Germany or Italy, he would have been executed. But luckily he did this crime, he committed a murder in that small kingdom, which kingdom was not even strong enough or committed enough to get the instrument or get an executioner to execute him. Yeah, and further on they didn't even wanted him to have in their own kingdom also, because they didn't want his burden, they didn't want some guard to keep a watch on him and then fetch him food there. So they just wanted to escape from it, but they did not even, those fools did not even get realize that the initial annual expenditure when he was in the kingdom was also 600 francs, and finally they agreed to pay him the pension also was 600 francs. So nowhere the amount has been decreased or come less. Only thing is the kingdom is not having a guard appointed to keep a watch, or the food there is no burden of arranging the food for the criminal. Other than that, the expenditures or the expenses are same, it is around 600 francs only. But only the difference is there is no active criminal in the kingdom, he is somewhere outside the kingdom and he is leading his own life on his own. But the criminal is turned to be very very expensive for that small kingdom Monaco.